Let's get at it. All right, G's. Today, we will be talking about how to become respected as a man. Look, just for you guys' information, respect is literally the only thing you have as a man. All right, it's the only thing. Women have beauty. If a woman is born ugly, da da da, she won't make it. But with women, it's also like this. I really do believe that, if you're a female, you try your very best, you hit the gym as hard as you can, you do everything. You're always gonna find some guy who's gonna take care of you. But as a man, you need to have respect. Why are you listening to me? The reason you're listening to me is because I have proven to you with certain actions that I'm a man that you deem worthy of respect. Or else you wouldn't be listening to me. Why the fuck would you listen to me if I was broke as fuck, if I was skinny as fuck, if I wasn't charismatic, if I didn't have shit? Alright? So let's go to the 3 things you need to work on in order to be respected as a man. If you have these 3 things, it's really hard to not look at you and say like, look, I respect you. You're gonna look in the mirror, you're gonna be like, I respect you. When I look in the mirror, it's just like, I just have to like have respect for myself, man. But the very first thing is you need to be fit. You need to be physically imposing. Now, I didn't just say, you need to be fit or that. I said physically imposing. If we go back in evolution, we didn't have money. We didn't have like all these. We didn't have police. We didn't have all this shit. The only thing you had was your strength and your ability to use that strength, right? Of course, there were kings, but even before the kings, it was like you had a fucking club in your hand, you were strong as fuck, you were physically imposing, and if someone tried to fuck with you, you just fuck with them back, and they were silent. It's a very deep-rooted evolutionary instinct to respect people who are physically imposing, even in business. That's why height is such a big thing, right? If you look, businessmen tend to be taller. And it's because if you're taller and you're more imposing, you tend to just be more, you just tend to garner more respect. Now, the height thing you cannot control, but what you can absolutely control is how big you are. How broad are your shoulders? Do you have a 6-pack? Do you have large glutes? Do you have large leg muscles? Do you have a large chest? All these things make a huge difference. What's your weight? Okay? All these things, they make a big difference. Now, the other reason, why does it make a big difference? It's because if you're big, it also signals other stuff. It signals that you're a disciplined person. Now, I didn't notice. I really did not notice. But I had been working out all my life. I've won Austrian championships. I was the fastest. I got a scholarship to the US based on my performances. And I have an extremely good body. Now, that's the only life that I knew is wake up in the morning, then I would, go to high school. Then I would just train for like 3-4 hours and I would go to bed. I would literally do this for like 5 years. All right. This requires tremendous amounts of discipline. And what I didn't know is that other people look at me and are like, damn, this guy is fucking disciplined as fuck. He's just hitting the gym all the fucking time. Damn, I didn't notice because I just assumed everyone was like this. I didn't know you fuckers were lazy. Okay? That's just the life I lived. Now, that's another thing people respect you a lot for. Consistent discipline over and over and over again. Now, I have the same respect, for example, for people who are doing sports and they never give up. I hear Justin Gatlin is an example of that. I don't know if you know Justin Gatlin. He's a sprinter. And he was sprinting, I believe, until the age of 36, 37, something like that. He literally just sprinted until he couldn't anymore. And he beat Usain Bolt in his last fucking race. That's how determined this guy was. So this adds respect, guys. Now, the second thing I want to mention, and look, this is basically the litany. If you do all these three things, there's no way on earth someone cannot respect you. Because these three things, as shallow as they might sound, are rooted in deeper things, which adds character. For example, being physically imposing, discipline, always showing up, just all these things, right? Having a strong mind, it signals stuff. The second thing I want to talk about is women. Guys, females are, bro, a hot female, a hot Polish female, a hot Russian chick, a 9 Russian chick, it has literally the same worth as a Lamborghini. I kid you not. The same eyes I get when I'm with my girl, right? Somewhere, even if it's just my friends, the same look I get is the same look I get when I'm in a supercar. It's literally the same thing. Guys will respect you if you have a hot and obedient female by your side. Now, of course, in order to get females, you need charisma. You also need to have some sort of like background of success. You can't just be a complete and total bum. You need to be an interesting person. You need to be all these things. And having hot females, literally, look at Dan Bilzerian. Why do you respect Dan Bilzerian? The only thing he does literally to promote his company, Ignite, is with females. That's literally it. Having females will add tremendous success to you. That's why, guys, when I was young, I wasn't always as good with females. And I remember, it was between the age of like I started young, 14, 15, 16, where I really sat down and was like, fuck, I want to just be able to bang females. And I want to be able to be really good at it. And I just sat down and I really just put in the work. I was like, all right, how do I text this? What do I say here? How do I behave? Blah, 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 blah. And it all came down to having a masculine frame, being an interesting person, right? And just holding your ground. And obviously looking the part. So that garnered tremendous success for me. You guys know that I'm getting late. You guys know I'm banging all these bitches. Like, come on. We don't need to talk about that. And you guys know that other guys can't. And because I'm more capable than other guys at it, you respect me for it. And that's the same type of respect you should build for yourself. People should look at you and be like, bruv, this guy gets bitches. Like, just straight up. Even for girls. Even the girls who tell you that is weird. Even the girls who tell you, oh, you're just a fuckboy, da da da. On a deep instinctual level, these girls will still respect the fact that you can get bitches. Because girls like herd animals. Alright, this guy gets bitches, which means bitches like him. Which means if bitches like this, I must like the same. Therefore, I must like this guy. It's very simple, guys. The girls that accuse you of being a fuckboy, literally, the same girls that will keep blaming you for being a fuckboy will still end up horny and sleeping with you. It's deep rooted in their biology. It's deep rooted in their DNA. So you need to be able to get girls. And how do you do this? Like I said, you build on your masculine frame. What is masculine frame? You just, sit back. You look like a man. You behave like a man. No, you lean back. You have a deep natural voice, right? Slow movements, extremely good body posture is probably one of the. I'm gonna talk about this in another video, right? If you look like this and this, you cannot have a masculine frame. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Look, you need to be like this. Look at this. You know, one guy that has it super well is Conor McGregor. Even though it's kind of a little bit too much, but he has it well. Just upright body, it makes you look like a boss, bruv. Just makes it look like a boss. Now, and then you need to add obviously the charisma, you know. But masculine frame will give you charisma because chicks could get horny if you have a masculine frame. Now, the third thing that's gonna make you respected, and you cannot escape this, I'm sorry, is cash. Now, before I say only cash, I'm gonna add a caveat. It's gonna be things that you achieve that can be valued in cash. All right. Now, the reason why I put this like this is if you're an elite athlete, I mean, obviously you're gonna get cash, but if you're an elite athlete, you're gonna be worth money because people are sponsoring you, people, you know, want to be around you, and this attention is worth money. You can be successful in other areas, you know. Everything you do, it needs to be successful. And we'll live in a world where success can and will be measured in cash. Look, even me getting a full ride scholarship at a university, that is cash, brother. That is fucking cash. The university costs money. I am successful enough to compete there, and in order for them, and they deem my success worth enough to pay for my entire scholarship, which is worth thousands of dollars. You know, so at the end of the day, it's still measured in cash. If you aren't as good as me in sprinting, you cannot earn that full ride scholarship because you are worth less money. Now, at the end of the day, it always comes back to money. The companies that I have, okay, the money that I earn, at the end of the day, I can put a worth on it, even if it's just approximate. I can put a worth on it in money. So analyze, sit down and analyze. How much, if I counted everything that I have achieved, I don't know, you know, you gotta be honest with yourself. What did you achieve? But you gotta sit down and think of it. Think, if I put everything together that I achieved, how much money could I put on it? And that is your success. Now, in order for you to be respected, you need to have success. I don't care. You just need it, bro. You literally just need it. I remember even in my college, you know, I had my first year in college. I couldn't sprint because of some bullshit. You know, I don't even want to talk. Every time I think about it, just makes me, you know, whatever. There's just this person. She was working in the department, athletics department, and she didn't give a fuck. And you know, I tried to fix it with her, and she was just like this fat black lady in the office. And every time I'd go there, I'd just see cookies on the floor, and I'd be like, "Are you even working?" But don't even get me there. But I couldn't perform my first year, and you know, my team, they couldn't see my performance. They just couldn't see it. They just didn't see that I was good. And it's just, I don't want to say they didn't respect me, but I didn't have status at the table. If I said something, I was just, you know, I was just there. I was just the guy who didn't sprint yet. But once I've been practicing with them, the second year, once I was like achieving stuff, and it might even be, because I'm not American, I'm from Austria. Austria's a little bit different. But it's the same. It's the same everywhere in the world. But in America, it's even worse. Or good, the way you want to see it. But once I showed them that I was better than them, I mean, like literally, once I showed them that I was the top, all of a sudden when I said shit, people listened. Isn't that funny how it goes? Now, don't take this as bad. This is good. Because why the fuck would I listen to you if you're nobody? Alright? So, if you do these three things, you will absolutely be respected as a man. And, you know, honestly, look, you need to work on this stuff. And if you don't, then there's a fourth hidden one why people respect you, which is ambition. And if you have no ambition, you're a fucking loser anyway. So, look, at the end of the day, men are measured by their ambition and what they achieve, what they can do, what their capabilities are. If you don't have these, if you don't work on the litany, what I just told you, the litany, remember, the litany. If you don't work on this, you will forever be a loser.